Alright guys, welcome back to another Pokemon Mastered video. So we're going to be taking a look at the new Sync pair that just came out today. She looks pretty good. And the fact that she is a fall of 2024, gonna be a limited Sync pair. So if you want to get her, if you're a fan of the trainer, if you're a fan of the Pokemon, they look pretty solid. We'll go over their kit, we'll look at their Sync grid, and see if they're worth summoning for. But as I always say too, if the trainer is your favorite and if the Pokemon is your favorite and you really want to summon for them, because who knows when they're going to come back. Obviously it's still important to summon for sync pairs that are good and that will benefit you in events. But at the same time, if you really want to get someone that you really like because you're a big fan of them, then by all means go ahead and summon for them, because it is your profile, it is your gems that you're spending. So if you want to, by all means go ahead. But just also keep in mind that it is also very important to summon for sync pairs that are actually good and will benefit you personally as well, so that it can help you progress through the game a little bit more as well. So let's take a look at her. Let's just get right into it now. So I have the stats completely maxed out. This is on her banner right now. So I just maxed out her stats. I do not have her, so I always do this kind of stuff on my videos, showcasing or talking about the new sync pair that came out. So let's just go. So we got Iono, I think that's how you say her name, Fall 2024, at level 150, 5 out of 5, 20 out of 20. Her stats are going to be HP 853, physical attack 276, physical defense 218, special attack 568, special defense 247, and speed is 394, and that's actually pretty solid speed. So the moveset is Shadow Ball, Terrifying Shadow Ball for the buddy move. And then for the trainer move, we got Booster Energy. And then we got Broadcasting Live for the trainer move. So Terrifying Shadow Ball, the effects, the activation condition, when the user uses any move once. And the deactivation condition when this move is used. And you can only use this move once, so just use it wisely. And also keep in mind, it is in AoE as well. So the effects: never misses, lowers the target's defense by 2 stat ranks, lowers the target's ghost type rebuff by 1 rank the first time this attack move is used, or the attack move is successful each battle. The power of this move is not lowered even if there are multiple targets, and the reason being because it is an AoE, like I just said. So Booster Energy increases the user's physical move next effect and special move next effect by 1 rank, and you could use this twice. So if you want to use it once per, you could do that too, or if you want to just go for one big attack and use the buddy move, you could do that as well. And then Broadcasting Live, only use once, and raises the user's special attack by 4 stat ranks, raises the critical hit rate by 3 stat ranks, and applies the super effective next effect to the user. So pretty solid. Like, the base kit is pretty solid, pretty straightforward, pretty basic, easy to use. But typically, like, a lot of these sync pairs, like, I find when they're basic like this, then their grid is gonna be fairly basic as well. Not always, it's not always the case, but like for the most part, when their kit is basic, I've noticed that I could be completely wrong, but like the sync grid is kind of basic. Going above basic, where it kind of goes a little bit more strategic as well. But I mean, this is their kit. No, you know what? Forget what I just said. This is just their move kit. We got to look at their passives and everything. So we'll judge afterwards. So just disregard what I just said. So passive 1, we got Ancient Flutter. And it grants all of the following effects when the user uses Boost Energy or an ally's turn. The weather Sunny increases the user's special move next effect by 1 rank and restores 1 MP of the user's buddy move. Okay, nice. So you can use the buddy move 2 times then, and you can only do this when you use Booster Energy or when anyone on the team turns the weather to sunny. And it increases, and it doesn't say how many times, like, it doesn't say on if it's restricted to how many times. So I think you could continuously do this, because even on the sync, because I did look at the passives beforehand, but the sync grid I did not know. So you know what, we'll get there. So this part of the passive looks really good. So you could use the buddy move more than once, which is great. And then they have Hit the Gas 5, and this is going to power up by 50%, I think, because Shadow Ball, it does 177 base power when you're at 5 out of 5, so definitely a big increase. And Hit the Gas 5 also increases the move gauge uses as well. So Shadow Ball typically is like, what, 3 move gauge? Or 2 move gauge? I can't remember. I think it's 3. But then with Hit the Gas 5, it brings it up to 4. And then for the third passive, we got S move, Restore, T move, MP 9. Restores 1 MP for the user's training move after using its sync move. So if you use this correctly, I think, because going with Ancient Flutter as well, it doesn't say how many times you can use it, so I think it's like as many times as you want. So if you use Booster Energy, you could use it twice. So if you go for Shadow Ball first, and then go for the Booster Energy, then every time you use Booster Energy, you're basically refilling your Buddy Move uses. So you could use it up to 3 times, I think, if I'm not mistaken. You could use it like 3 times, and it's an AoE Shadow Ball that does quite a bit of damage too, so that's going to be helpful. So if I'm looking at this correctly, you could use Shadow Ball, Terrifying Shadow Ball 3 times, 3 or 4 times, I think it's 3 times, but correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below, but I think that's how it works. So yeah, if I'm wrong, again, just leave your comments down below, because like this is new to me, so yeah. But overall, the passive so far looks really good, looks like a fun character to use. If you need a good ghost type on your roster, she's looking pretty solid so far. So now let's go to the grid and see what she has to offer over here. So starting at the top right, at 1 out of 5, you're only going to get Shadow Ball power-ups. Only 2 of them, and each of them give you +4 on the stats for Shadow Ball. So then top right will give you +4 or +8 in total for 1 out of 5. And then moving to 2 out of 5, you get another Shadow Ball power-up along with a Shadow Ball Move Gauge Refresh 3. And then you also get a Gobsmack 4. Has a 50% chance of leaving the target confused when the user's attacking move against it is successful. So that could be useful as well. And then for 3 out of 5, we have the Sync Move power-up, which is okay. I don't really typically get those unless they are a nuker sync pair. And then you also have Brain Teaser. The more the target's special attack or special defense is lowered, the more it powers up the user's moves. And then you also have Adrenaline 1, which reduces their sync move countdown by 1 the first time the user's sync move is used each battle. So not anything crazy on the top right. Obviously, you want to go for Shadow Ball Move Gauge Refresh. But besides that, like, I wouldn't really go for anything else. So over here, if you want to get anything, only the Move Gauge Refresh for Shadow Ball is really worth it, personally. So let's see what top left has to offer us. So 1 out of 5, top left, you get Unflappable. You also get more Shadow Ball power-ups, so not bad at all. And then moving to 2 out of 5, you get Healthy Healing. Applies a gradual healing effect to the user when its HP is full when it enters the battle. And then you also have Quick Cure, removes the confused, flinching, and trapped conditions from the user the first time they are inflicted each battle. And then you also have Broadcasting Live MP Refresh 2. And then moving to 3 out of 5 on the top left, we have Moral Boost 9, raising the user's special attack by 1 stat rank when its training move is used. And basically, if you were to get this, because their training move itself only gives you +4 on the special attack, having Moral Boost will bring you up to +6 basically. So that would be very helpful if you're trying to be self-sufficient with Iono. Like I'm terrible at it. I'm gonna call her Iono. If I'm pronouncing it wrong, also let me know in the comments below. And then for the final one over here, we have Booster Energy. What is it? Booster Energy. Booster Energy Brain Gain 9. Increases the user's special move next effect by 1 rank when its move is successful. So Booster Energy increases your special by 1 per use. So if you were to use 1 now with Brain Gain 9, you're going to get +2 per use, which is actually really good. So I would probably recommend getting this because this will help you do more damage, and the damage is definitely going to be substantial. So I would probably say going to get Move Gauge Refresh for a Shadow Ball, And then coming to the top left, I would definitely go for maybe Quick Cure, because you need to get one of these in order to get Booster Energy Brain Gain 9. So I would go for Quick Cure, because getting confused and trapped can be so annoying. So I'd rather go for that and then go for Brain Gain 9. And it would be the cheaper way, because if you go for Healthy Healing, then you have to get another one of these. So you could also go for the MP Refresh, but I'd rather just go for Quick Cure and then for Brain Gain 9. So that would be what I would do for the top section. And then going to the bottom left, at 1 out of 5, you get the Buddy Move power-ups +2 per pickup, and you can only get 2 on the bottom left. And then moving to 2 out of 5, you get another Terrifying Shadow Ball power-up along with a Natural Remedy. Removes all of the status conditions from the user the first time it is inflicted by any status conditions each battle. And then you also get Super Sinker. Applies the super effective next effect to the user the first time its sync move is used each battle. And then moving to 3 out of 5, you get another sync move power-up along with an S move, special boost +2, 9. Increases the user's special move next effect by 2 ranks after its sync move is used. So that's actually pretty good. And then you also get Op Rebuff 9, Op Rebuff. Powers up the user's sync move when the target's type rebuff is lowered. And because of the Buddy Move, you're going to be lowering the rebuff anyway. So having this can actually be pretty solid. So powers up the user's sync move when the target's rebuff is lowered. So this is going to make your sync move stronger. So if you want to get this, you can definitely do that. You can definitely do that too. But nothing here really catches my interest, if I'm going to be honest. Like, Super Sinker is okay, but like I personally would not get that. This is okay too, but like I would not really get that either. So like I'm still stuck with this build over here so far. So like getting the Shadow Ball move gauge refresh, and then going to the top left, getting Quick Cure, going to Brain Gain 9. So far that is what I'm sticking with. It's just a matter of what the bottom right has to offer us now. So bottom right, 1 out of 5, you get more Buddy Move power-ups. And then moving to 2 out of 5, you get Healing Sun 1. Restores the user's HP whenever its Pokemon takes action while the weather is sunny. And then they have Fast Track 9, raises the user's speed by 1 stat rank when this Pokemon uses a move. And then you have Speeding Sun 2, quickly charges the move gauge when the weather is sunny. And then moving to 3 out of 5, you got Charging Sun 3, powers up the user's moves when the weather is sunny. And then you have Booster Energy BOGO 9, applies the free move next effect to the user when its move is successful. So I would get that 100%, because that would help with move gauge issues as well if the team would have any. But just saving on move gauge is always going to be helpful, because in case you want to spam at certain points with other team members, this can help with that too. So I would probably go for this. So looking at this whole grid, it actually looks pretty solid. So the build, I already know what I would build. Iono, for sure. Definitely get move gauge refresh for Shadow Ball. That's like a must. You definitely want to get that. And then I'd go to the top left and I'd get Quick Cure, and then going to Brain Gain 9. And then I'd go to the bottom right, and then I'd get Healing Sun 1. Because like even if the striker is not getting targeted, you will take some damage from sync moves and everything, or from AoEs, from certain attacks and everything. So having Healing Sun is going to be helpful, but that is also situational, because you might not always have someone on the team that is going to put Sun up for you. So that would be situational. So you could have multiple grids, so this would be one of them. But if I don't have anybody on the team that does not have Sun on their kit, then I'd go for Fast Track, and then I get BOGO. But I kind of need to get Healing Sun or Charging Sun. So then I'd go for Fast Track and then Charging Sun, going to BOGO. And I think you can get all of that if you increase the cap on the Sync Grid energy. So if you were to spend some Sync orbs in order to increase the cap on how much energy you can use, I think you could get all of this. If not, then I'd just completely ignore everything on the bottom right, and then on the bottom left, I'd keep everything what I get on the top side of the grid, And then I come down, and then I go for what is it, Super Sinker, and then I'd also go for the what's this, the Special Boost 9, this one over here. I'd go for this. That's what I would build Iono, and I think that would be a pretty solid build. But let me know what you guys, or how you guys would build this sync pair. But overall, looking at these new pairs, they look really good. They look very good, and typically they make these special sync pairs, like these seasonal sync pairs, pretty strong, because the next time you can actually get them is like typically the next year after. So like after October's done, obviously you won't be able to get them. So the next October is when you have a chance to get them again. So they definitely are very rare in that sense, but sometimes they like to bring all these sync pairs at the end of the year. On special sync pair banners that they do, but like it's a lot to do, so like yeah, they do all those special stuff too, but like typically for new sync pairs that come out on that year, they don't do that. They don't put them on the banner until the year after. So yeah, but let me know what you guys think of Iono and Fluttermane. They definitely look really good. If you need a good ghost type attacker on your roster, I would definitely recommend getting them, because they actually do look pretty good. And I personally would summon for them, but right now I don't really need a new ghost type. So like if you are one of those collectors that want to try to get every single sync pair so you can increase your profile strength, then you can do that too, of course. But like in terms of usability, they are definitely good. They are definitely good. But if you don't need a new ghost type attacker, if you're doing just fine in the ghost type category, then I would probably say save your gems. But yeah, that's just my take. That's just my take. So on a scale of 1 to 10, should you summon for Iono? I'm gonna give her a 7. I'm gonna give her a 7, and I'm gonna leave it at that. And then it's up to you if you want to summon or if you don't want to summon. But I gave you my take. That's what I think. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. That'll be it for this video, and I'll see you guys on the next one.